Number 10. The original cast hated it. Graves declined his role because he didn't like his character in the movie. The heroic protagonist from the original show is revealed to be a murderous traitor. Number 9. Tom Cruise keeps trying to kill himself for these movies. In Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, he insisted on climbing the world's tallest building himself rather than relying on a stuntman. Tom Cruise also did all of his own climbing on the cliffs of Utah's ominously named Dead Horse Point. The terrified director John Woo was convinced that Cruise was going to fall 2,000 feet and die. Number 8. Mission Impossible marketing stunt becomes accidental terrorism. Although it was a mistake, Paramount had created 4,500 special devices to play the Mission Impossible theme song and hidden them in select Los Angeles Times vending boxes. As they were hidden all over the city, these mysterious black boxes convinced the police that the city was under siege. Despite all the bad press, the newspaper kept the remaining devices inside their vending machines until after the movie premiered. Number 7. The show walked a line between plagiarism and homage. According to an old adage, there are only 7 original scripts in Hollywood. This saying reminds us that the media often feeds off itself, and what we perceive as new is really just a synthesis of old ideas with new execution. With this in mind, it seems that the original Mission Impossible television show walked a very fine line between homage and outright plagiarism. Number 6. Tom Cruise vs. South Park. When Comedy Central was planning to repeat its South Park episode Trapped in the Closet, which lampooned both Tom Cruise and Scientology, the Mission Impossible actor threatened to back out of doing any promotional work for Mission Impossible 3. However, South Park fans struck back, loudly threatening to boycott Mission Impossible 3 until the controversial episode was returned to the air. Number 5. Tom Cruise is responsible for J.J. Abrams' film career. The third Mission Impossible movie had trouble finding the right creative team. Originally, David Fincher was set to direct, and after he bowed out over creative differences, director Joe Carnahan was selected, but he did not jibe well with the studio's plans, so Carnahan quit. Fortunately, Cruise had just finished binge-watching the first 2 seasons of Abrams' Alias series, and he personally offered him the directorial job. Obviously, Abrams accepted, and the successful film propelled him to superstar directorial status. Number 4. The Mission Impossible TV series gave Leonard Nimoy his shot at stardom. In 1965, venerable actor Martin Landau was offered 2 intriguing TV roles, one as a disguise-savvy spy master on Mission Impossible and one as Mr. Spock, first officer aboard the Starship Enterprise on Gene Roddenberry's revolutionary show Star Trek. Obviously, he joined Mission Impossible, so Roddenberry cast iconic actor Leonard Nimoy as Spock, and the role defined the actor for the rest of his life. Number 3. The original show was all about the Cold War but never mentioned the Cold War. Considering that Mission Impossible started airing in 1966, it's no surprise that the Soviet Union was the primary bad guy for the American spy protagonists. But it is surprising that the show went to great lengths to avoid mentioning the Soviet Union. When the show mentioned enemy countries, they used descriptive and evocative names that were designed to be less offensive to other countries. These names included Eastern European Republic and European People's Republic. Number 2. Paramount tried to kill Ethan Hunt. Of all of the Mission Impossible movies, the Abrams-directed Mission Impossible 3 was the most disappointing from a box office standpoint. The movie made $100 million less than its John Woo-directed predecessor. Tom Cruise is very public stumping for Scientology. His exuberant jumping on Oprah's couch, and his dissing of Brooke Shields on national TV for taking psychotropic medication for postpartum depression all made the public and especially women wary of the veteran actor. While the movie grossed well enough to warrant making Ghost Protocol, Paramount wanted Cruise out of the franchise. Number 1. Ethan Hunt saves Pixar Studios. Ghost Protocol was directed by Pixar veteran Brad Bird, who is most known for his hit animated film The Incredibles. As this movie represented his shift into directing live-action films, his decision to nearly blow up the on-screen version of his old friends and colleagues served as a wink and a nod to this transition. Of course, Bird made it clear that he had not forgotten where he came from. In the movie, Ethan Hunt went by the code number 113, and the number appeared again on a class ring in the movie.